is. So tell me, what is the reason? What is the reason why we kill animals, why we kill minks, why we lock up pigs, why we do testing on apes or dogs? Is it because they're dumb? Is it because they cannot talk? Or is there any good reason? I don't see any good reason. Humans, like animals, they have feelings, they shouldn't be locked up, they should live in freedom. As Danny already said, there's more and more repression going on in England, in Holland, actually in every country where animal liberation activists are taking it serious, the repression increases. Should we be scared for this? No! No. The repression is only a symptom of a movement which is growing and what will win. Repression is only a way that they think they can stop us, but they cannot. Repression will motivate more people even. You can lock up persons, but as long as you torture animals, activists will start to raise their fist for the animals. So don't be scared for repression. Go on. Don't let them tell you that you're a terrorist and all that bullshit. We're fighting for the animals, and that's what we're doing today. That's what we're doing tomorrow. That's what we're doing until they are all free. Okay, we're gonna walk around some fur shops, go stand in front of some fur shops. Remember that these fur shops are shops in which we stand during the winter every week. We hand out leaflets there, we talk to the owners of the shops, and we tell them what fur is. We tell them that it is animals in cages, that it is animals being killed only because people want to look nice, look fancy. Everyone knows what fur is, especially in Holland. Fur was banned in the 80s, and now it's getting back on the street. Everyone knows what kind of torture, awful torture it means for minks, rabbits, foxes, even coyotes. There in the Bijenkorf there was coyote fur from brand Hilfiger. Everyone knows it, and still they sell it. So should we be really polite to them? Should we ask them not to sell fur, please? No. We're gonna make them stop selling fur. And I want you to show up that you really are not going to hesitate to do actions against them. I want you to show that you're angry. I want you to show that we don't tolerate animal abuse. So please put up your voice when you're in front of a fur shop. Tell them what you think of it, because that way we're going to stop this awful animal torture. Thank you.
Okay, last talk, and then we'll get going. My name is Jerry Vlasic. I'm a surgeon from the United States of America, and I'm a former animal vivisector myself. I did animal research for a year when I was asked to do that in my training, but no doctor has to do animal research. In fact, we're wasting hundreds of millions of scarce animal research, medical research dollars doing useless animal research. Maybe you did not know, but 85% of all of the information that comes from animal research is thrown away. It's never even published. Nothing is useful ever comes from it, and nothing comes from 99% of all animal research. It's a waste of time, it's a waste of money, and people continue to die because people are wasting money on useless animal research. Vivisection or animal research is completely unnecessary. There are a lot of ways, and I'll talk to them more at the conference later, but there are plenty of ways to gather the information that we need to know to help human people. We do not need to torture these animals. But even if it was useful, and it's not, but even if it was, it would still be wrong. It would be just as wrong as torturing Jewish people in concentration camps. learning about medicine there, learning about hypothermia to help their fighter pilots in the North Sea. That was wrong. It was published. That information was published in the same medical journals that I read today, that it was wrong. It doesn't matter whether it works or not. It's wrong. It's morally and ethically wrong to do animal research. It's good today to see so many people here on this march, on this state-sanctioned protest that will go through the streets, that will energize activists, that will educate people along the way, and more importantly, will let the government know, will let the animal torturers know that we are serious about stopping this immoral act that they are committing in places like Huntington Life Sciences being supported by Euronext right in this building. It's important that the government know, but the results are that we will suffer increased repression. The more effective we are, the more the government will try to stop us. If their government is not trying to stop you, you're not doing anything that's effective. We should pat ourselves on the back when they call us terrorists. They're afraid of us, and they should be afraid of us. The people who abuse animals should be afraid of us. Vivisection will stop when it's no longer affordable to do research and when people are afraid to do research. There are other means to do this research, and people will stop doing it when it costs too much money for them to keep experimenting on animals. And whether that's because their insurance rates are gone up, whether because their laboratories are being trashed and destroyed, whether the animals are being released, or whether researchers are afraid to do research, the way Dario Ringash, a UCLA researcher, quit doing research last year in Los Angeles because he's afraid of what animal activists might do to him. That's okay. So remember, the next few days while we're talking out in the woods about ways of achieving animal liberation, it takes everything, okay? It takes letters to the politicians, okay? It takes these state-sanctioned marches like we're doing today, but it takes all arms of the movement, okay, including direct action, including illegal direct action to achieve animal liberation. We must use all of these arms. If you look at every single liberation movement in all of history, whether it was the Algerians fighting the French, whether it was the Vietnamese fighting the Americans, whether it's the Iraqis fighting the United States today, all of these people have to use a wide variety of tactics. And the animal rights, the animal liberation movement is no different than any of these liberation movements. If we're going to take this seriously, we've got to use all forms of action against the state that sponsors animal abuse. Thank you.